Hey folks, how's it going? It's your favorite realtor from New York, Evan Saint-Gerard with Keller Williams Realty. I have a special guest today, Grace Tsang. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yep.
All
Hi,
right.
Evan.
Grace, tell us basically who you are and what you do. Where are you from?
I am located in Northern California in the Silicon Valley. So San Jose, if you heard of Stanford, Palo Alto, that's where I am. That's my market.
All right. And how long have you been in the business?
I've been in business for about 10 years.
All right. And you're a native of that area?
Actually, no, I actually grew up in Hong Kong
Oh,
and I
okay.
came to the US as a foreign student. And I finished my college degree and in computer science. So that's why I moved to Silicon Valley to get my first job. At that time, I needed sponsorship. So I needed a citizenship sponsorship. So where else in the whole country has the most tech jobs? So that's why I came here. And I worked in tech for many years before I become a realtor.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned the tech stuff because everybody who knows me knows I love tech. So we're gonna get into that a little later. But do you have a team? Do you work solo? What are your niches and stuff like that?
I basically just myself and my two assistants right now. So I don't
Hmm.
have a big team. They'll always find ways to improve our customer service. And I can say we're working on it, but, right now it's just myself and two assistants.
All right, great, great. Any niches that you work in your specific areas?
So I have a tech background, so I'm very well versed with the tech folks, right? The schedule, how they're very busy and they have releases and stuff. So I just know their schedule and lifestyle really well. So that's one thing that helps me communicate with them and help them with the transaction. Sometimes transactions are always very time sensitive as well,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So my other specialty would be investing in real estate. So
Okay.
I actually started in real estate investing first. And I liked it so much that I got my license and started selling here.
There you go. There you go. So you basically speak the language of tech and you speak the language of real estate and investment. So that's a
Yeah.
good, and you marry them all together. Let's talk about affordability in your areas.
Affordability, well, that's not a word that we hear very often. So it's not very affordable here. So I'll give you an example. Median home price for Santa Clara County, well, we're around 1.4, 1.5 million.
Okay.
And then from last year to this year, I just looked up the numbers. We increased 18% in home prices. So
Right.
it grows. So what do you get for 1.4, 1.5? Actually, Santa Clara County is really big, right? So 1.4, 1.5. If you go to Campbell, maybe something 1,300 square feet home, five,
Hmm.
6,000 square feet lot. So not a lot. My immediate neighborhood were kind of a 2.5. In West San Jose is a 2.5 million and up kind of
Hmm.
neighborhood for a 70-year-old home. So, but the appeal here is Silicon Valley. We talked about that. A lot of
Yes.
headquarters are here. I am only 10 minutes away from the Apple headquarters. So
When you
even
say Apple, we're talking about
the spaceship.
the spaceship, or we're talking
Yes.
about.
Yes. Apple. Yes.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got it upside down. There we go.
So Apple, let's see what else. eBay is,
Okay.
15 minutes away, and Google, Facebook, they all, in my area.
So you have all the big tech companies basically there,
Yeah, big
and
ones.
I'm assuming they're hiring a lot.
Yeah, interesting you mentioned that because we had the big tech bubble, if you remember, in year 2000.
Hmm.
And since then, the tech industry has no problem regarding the industry wise. It's just they just cannot hire enough people. So jobs are very good here. There are abundance of jobs, and I still know a lot of people in the tech industry. It's just like they just cannot hire fast enough.
Okay. So if
Mhm.
anybody who's watching this or thinking about moving and they're like, "Oh, where should I go?" This is definitely a place basically they should consider.
So jobs like 2008, when we have the big housing crisis, there's no issue. The tech industry was not affected. And even with the pandemic, there is no impact to the productivity of I mean, if a lot of the tech workers, they stay home and they start working from home. They become more productive because they don't need to be stuck in traffic.
There you go.
I hear so many of them, they work longer hours because now they don't have to leave their desk to go home to pick up their children. So it's good and bad, but the tech industry is going very, very strong.
All right. Now, with that being said, tech industry is going strong. A lot of these people need places to live. Are you seeing a lot of people coming to your area? Are they looking for forever homes? Are they looking for vacation homes or investment property? I know you do a lot of stuff. So basically, what are you seeing a lot more of?
So what I see mainly are people who are coming to the Silicon Valley for jobs. So I still see a lot of people during the pandemic. Well, you must hear like California, a lot of people are leaving California as well. Mm-hmm. So I did see some movement of people, for those who can work remotely, they actually moved out. But then all the listings that I have for people moving away, I got multiple offers, strong multiple offers. Sometimes we're in the 10, 20 offers at some point. So it's telling me that there are also a lot of demand of local housing here. So it would be kind of like a musical chair. Some elderly folks may be leaving, newer, younger tech workers are coming in, and there's always a demand for housing in my area.
All right. So besides tech, do you see like another industry that's booming in your area as well, besides tech?
Biotech has a big presence here. Networking company. So it's not tech. I mean, that's kind of tech related. Biotech is a different kind of industry. Those would be the Tesla is here. So that's manufacturing. So that's more the major players. Here.
All right. So what kind of amenities, basically, since there's a lot of tech people that are there, basically, and we love our toys. So what kind of amenities are in your areas?
Amenities, you're talking well, we're only 50 miles south of San Francisco. So if you're looking for arts and culture, San Francisco has a lot of that. Mm-hmm. And we're in beautiful Northern California. So we have the redwood forest, right? In the Yearwood, and all of those are not far away. And if I go south 30 minutes, then I'm in Santa Cruz, Monterey. And we have the beautiful ocean there. The water, Pacific Ocean water, is too cold to swim for my liking. I like warm water. I came from Hong Kong, right? So I like the warm beaches and stuff, but we don't get that here. And then Lake Tahoe is 5-6 hours drive without a lot of traffic, and then Yosemite. So we have a lot of beautiful nature surrounding us, and you have the mountains, skiing, lakes, and you have ocean. So it's all very close.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned all that stuff. Since last year, a lot of people were stuck at home, and everybody was looking for something to do. People didn't want to stay. I'm a tech guy. I love my technology, but then sometimes I'm like, let's put the technology down. Let's find something to do. Everybody found themselves basically going back into the park, going back into nature. So it's kind of funny how basically we go full circle, like rediscovering nature and whatnot, and just the simple things in life.
Well, let me tell you, I have friends here that went out and tried to go on all the trails, because now we're at home and you can have time doing that. And I'm amazed of all the trails that they go on, because I don't even know that they need.
Yeah, it is funny. Basically, we're local. We live in our areas, basically, but we don't, explore our areas the majority of the time until, oh, wow, when we have visitors over and we're taking them out, like, oh, I didn't even know this. I live here. I didn't know this.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So I hear from folks in the Southern California. Then I ask them, like, why did you move to Northern California? They say it's just because of you can do things outdoor, all the outdoor activities. You can go surfing, right, hiking and all that. Southern California probably less, hot, number one, and you can do less of that, less of these forests. And then you're so close to, and I talked to a friend who moved to the East Coast. They said they don't get the redwood forests, the redwood trees are kind of a specialty in my area. So.
We don't really have that. We have Central Park. That's what we have here in New York. I mean, we have in Queens, we have different places basically that people can go and discover nature and stuff like that, but not to the extent that you guys have.
Yeah, so that's the amenities here, is a lot of outdoor, a lot of nature, skiing, beaches, if you don't mind the cold water.
All right, you know what? My favorite subject is food. What is your area known for food-wise?
We have a lot of diversity here because of all the tech folks coming from, all kinds, all over the world, right? So Chinese food, Indian food, Vietnamese. We have a big Vietnamese community, and then San Francisco has, you know, a lot to offer. So we just have a lot of diversity here.
So what's your favorite go-to food basically during lunchtime?
For me, I like Asian food, but I love Vietnamese food. Vietnamese
Hmm.
food has so much variety. Japanese food, Korean. I have no lack, you know, of restaurants to choose from here. And even Vietnamese food, you have noodle, you have rice, you know, so a lot of different things to choose from. So
If you could only pick one, you can only choose one.
I would
Which one
say
would it be?
Vietnamese food, like Vietnamese noodle will be my favorite.
Okay,
Mhm.
good, fair enough. All right, so we mentioned art, we mentioned recreation, music. Is there a lot of music outdoor activities with the music involved, or festivals and stuff like that?
We don't have the big music festival here. We have the Shoreline Amphitheater, which is not far from where I live. They have
Mhm.
concerts. We have wineries. The wineries hold concerts, so those are nice venue to visit. And you can wine taste and listen to some music, watch the sunset. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah, if you want a bigger music scene, there are Broadway shows in San Francisco. So
Okay.
we're an hour and a half away from that.
All right. What would you say would be your best kept secret in your area that people don't really know?
Best kept secret, the weather. So we have 10 months of nice sunny weather. You may not even see a cloud. It's just really nice, dry, but not too hot. We average maybe 80 degrees, 85. Um, People like it because it's not humid here.
That's very important for a New Yorker like me, and I'm sure the other New Yorkers who are watching, tri-state area people. We don't like humidity.
So for me, I grew up, like I said, in Asia, right? I'm used to
Mhm.
storms in the summer and rain. And here, first, I actually took me some time to adjust to the same weather for 10 months. We may get rain in the winter, but for 10 months in the summer, it's just almost the same every single day.
Is snow something that you guys see?
No,
It's,
not in the San Jose area, but you know,
mhm.
up in the mountain, Mount Hamilton, we may see some of that, but
All right.
not where the urban area.
With everything that we just discussed, what would you sum up basically as like the ultimate thing that makes you, when you think of in your area, makes you think home? If you had to describe this to someone else who's just thinking about your area.
My area, so it's just, you know, if you're in the tech field, this is home. You have no lack of jobs. There's always a lot of opportunities. And you, for a while, when the tech was booming, there are a lot of job shifting. People go from like every 2 years, they would change jobs and there would be good opportunities. So if you are in the tech field, this is heaven, lots of opportunities. Um,
I'm actually thinking of moving right now.
yeah. So
I
I
might
would.
I might need an agent. Do you know anybody who might help me out?
Yes, I know a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name? How do I reach her?
Well, her name is Grace, and I know her really well.
All right, Grace, thank you so much. I don't really have any other questions besides basically if somebody's interested, they're in the tech field or they're married to somebody who's in the tech field and they want to move out to that area, how can they reach you and set up an appointment?
Yeah. So if you're coming into Silicon Valley, so I work in Santa Clara County, San Mateo County, Alameda County are the main three counties that I worked in. So there's no, you know, so all the tech companies are kind of sprinkled in these three counties. So I know how the traffic works and how you can get to work without getting stuck in traffic for a long time. So you can reach me at 408-480-9312 and gsang@intero.com. That's how you can reach me at my email. And I also help a lot of folks because our home prices are high. People who have a lot of equity here, I also help them sell their home here and invest out of state. So that's kind of one of my specialty here because a lot of people have a lot of equity in their home. So I speak the investment language pretty well
That
too.
people love to hear that.
Yeah.
You mentioned something about traffic. I
Mm.
know that your area basically is notorious basically with traffic. How long do you find yourself in traffic basically when you're out there?
For me, it's easy because I can time my drive to be away. Like right now during the pandemic, it's great because there's no traffic anywhere. Now things are starting to pick up again. And I can tell you if you are just maybe 10, 15, well, okay, I'll give you this example. I'm 50 miles away from San Francisco. So
Okay.
without traffic, it may be 50 minutes, an hour, then it will, I'll be in San Francisco. But in traffic, it could be 2.5 hours before I can get there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just have to know where you are and how are you in traffic or against traffic. We don't have a lot of, we have the Caltrain, we have BART, it's kind of extending into South Bay, but a lot of people are still carpooling. They have, a lot of companies have big shuttles that take
Okay.
employees to and from, you know, the office. And then otherwise, most people drive as well. So that's why the traffic is no joke in my area.
All right. Well, you know what? If you're considering this area, you definitely need to talk to a specialist such as Grace, and she'll give you ins and outs, basically everything you need to know, basically before you're moving, or if you plan to invest, basically she'll give you the lay of the land. Um,
Awesome.
I'm Evan Saint-Gerard with your New York realtor here in Queens, Long Island, Brooklyn, and all those areas. If you're thinking about moving from here to go to Grace's area, you know how to reach me and you know how to communicate. Again, Grace, thank you for doing the show. If anybody has any questions, feel free, do not hesitate, reach out to either one of us. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you have any questions, call us.
Thank you.
Bye.